Maybe you're still procrastinating. Maybe you're still overthinking. I'm going to give you some tips that you can use to kind of stop overthinking, because at the end of the day, overthinking in itself is a form of procrastination. And as I mentioned before, procrastination is a form of perfectionism. And this whole perfectionism, it's funny that I choked on that. This whole perfectionism thing is exactly what's holding you back. Okay, so one of the things that I think is really important to understand about the process of overthinking is really about avoiding feelings or emotions. Like when you're overthinking, you're like, I don't want to feel less than, so let me make sure I have all the ducks in a row with this idea of creating this perfect video, this perfect slideshow, this perfect presentation. Overthinking is the avoiding the feeling of maybe being seen or being judged, or I guess the best way to explain it is being ridiculed. I don't want to feel ridiculed, so I want to make sure again that I have this perception of perfection, because if I do it perfect, nobody can ridicule me. And we know this is a fallacy. People are going to ridicule you left, right, or indifferent just because some people are, let's just call them dill weeds. Then the last thing, and well, not the last thing, another important thing is that overthinking is avoiding the feeling of feeling stupid. Overthinking says, I don't want to feel stupid. I want to feel that I have put every ounce of thought that I have into this process so that I can make an intelligent decision. Sometimes the most intelligent decisions are still wrong. We see this all the time in sports. Going for it on 4th and 1/2 is 9 times out of 10 going to work. But there's that one occasion where it doesn't. And then, yeah, people are going to be like, that was stupid. But they're just playing, as we call it, Monday morning quarterback. Anybody in their right mind is going to go for it on 4th and 1/2, especially if you have a chance to win the game or to score more points on the board or whatever the case may be. You know, taking that last minute three that goes in and you're a hero. If it misses, it's not. This is just when you choose to do certain things, you are going to be stuck with the judgment of people who aren't actually doing it. And that's just the nature of the game. So again, overthinking is a way of avoiding those feelings. It's those feelings of less than or ridicule or stupid or not, good enough or whatever the case may be. But the reality is, no matter what you do, when you first start, no, you're not good enough. Nobody is. Everybody starts from that baseline of zero. Really hilarious statement. But if you think about it, even someone who has 20, 30 million followers started with 1 or 2. Like somebody had to hit the button first. It could have been their mama, their daddy, aunties, cousins, somebody, but somebody had to hit the button first. So here's the practical steps that you can use whenever you are overthinking or over worrying about a project. First thing you want to do is write down everything that is worrying you about that particular project. Write down the fact if you're worried you're going to get it wrong, and be honest. Write down with the fact that you're worried that someone's going to say something about you. Write down the fact that you don't have the best equipment or enough time or whatever the case may be. Write it all down. Even the smallest things, just write it all down on the paper. If nothing else, that gives you a good blueprint on what to look out for. And it gives you a good blueprint of how to build in contingency plans for anything that may come up. But once you got this all written down, here comes the tough part. It's not really tough, but it's a little tough. You're going to take a pen, especially a red one or a different color, something that just pops your socks, and cross out all the ones that are beyond your control. Because then you start to realize how superfluous it is to spend a lot of time worrying about something you have no control over. You could plan for the most perfect event. You have no control over the rain. You can plan for every contingency out there and have a storm mess up your situation, have traffic mess up your situation. A lot of people plan for all myriad sorts of things and had a global pandemic mess up their situations. It just happens. These things happen. So the best thing to do, this is why I get really frustrated with people who are over planners. It's fine to overplan, provided you also plan for the contingencies. Because where they get borked is when they got these grandiose plans and no plan for what to do in case of a contingency. And then they feel freaked out or stressed out and, get angry or just blow their lid because you didn't plan for what was going to happen. Like right now, if you were to get a flat tomorrow, what are you going to do? Do you know where your spare is? Do you know how to get AAA to you in a very quick situation? Do you even remember how to change a tire? Like what is your contingency plan if tomorrow morning you run outside and your car don't start? Like, these are things that you should think about. I bet you, I know I live in the tropics. So right about, not now, but right about next month, we start building our hurricane bags, to get ready. We start building our go bags for hurricane season. Like these level of contingencies, I am lucky and blessed that I spend time in the military, that these are the kind of things that we plan for. But it's just one of those things. So again, the important things to take away from this video is that remember, when you're overthinking something, you're mostly just avoiding feelings. Overthinking is underfeeling. That's a good way to put it. You're trying to avoid, all the things that might come from, sort of outside catalysts, if you will. But the best thing you can do is write it all down, figure out what's worrying you and why, and then cross out all the things that are beyond your control. And then continue to march with what you have, come up with some contingency plans on how to move on. And that, my friend, is how you get stuck. Sorry, man, today is a rough one. That is how you get unstuck with overthinking and over procrastinating. And remember that both of those things are just forms of perfectionism, and perfectionism is a myth. So shake all of that off, Taylor Swift, and get back to work. Now, I don't know who needed to hear this, but if it was you, write that down in the comment section below. Let me know what you're stuck on, and we'll do our best to get you unstuck. And I don't know what else to tell you, but the algorithm is going to show you another video they think you should watch. And I agree with them.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, it's 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk.